How we doing, CFX team? How are we doing, guys? How are we doing, team? Super happy to be back with you. Super happy to be back with you, as you can see. And I hope you have a nice weekend so far. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. As you can see, guys, I was not able to wait till Monday to be back with you. Let me just serve my coffee. You love working too much. I love you guys too much, that's why. How are we doing, CFX team? How are we doing? We are ready. Adele! So, I want to know how to use the XY and silver, gold, the fib already set. Amazing. Okay. So we'll start. We'll start, guys. We'll start, team. Let me open my other. Let me open my other graphic. DXY and silver, guys. DXY and silver, super simple, team. So let me mark out the different. So it's gonna be easier for you. So over here we have the US 10. Boom. Over here we have DXY. Here we go, guys. Let me mark it out for you. Here we go. And over here we have silver. So this is silver. So these are correlation that we are using on a hour basis. I would even say minute basis sometimes when we are looking to enter, to give us additional confluence, to give us additional confirmation if gold is respecting the pattern or the direction that we are looking for. So I don't know, let's put a fib over here. Let's put a fib over here, and let's say that we are looking to sell. Let's say that we are looking to sell on our 61 over here. All right, let's say that we are looking to sell on our 61 over here. And we have silver. We have silver that is flying, all right? We have silver that is flying over here. So silver is flying, we are looking to sell. We have DXY at the same time. We have DXY at the same time. That is going down also. So DXY is going down, and we have the yield are also going down. Over here. So what does that indicate us? Okay, we're looking for silver here. Okay, let me mark the zone real quick so everybody understand. We're looking for sell over here. We have silver flying. We have DXY crashing and the yield crashing. So obviously, gold and silver have the same correlation, team. All right, we'll start basic. And we'll respond in detail to every question. Even if you already know it, it's super good to have a small refresh. So we're looking for sell on gold. Silver is flying. DXY is crashing and the yield crashing. So silver presents the same correlation as gold. What I mean by same correlation, team? I mean that when silver is flying, then gold respect the same correlation in silver and will follow silver. Okay? If DXY is going down, if DXY is going down, then gold give us an opposite correlation. So DXY is crashing, we're gonna see gold going up, okay? Yield, same things. DXY is yield are going down, we're gonna see a gold going up. If it's not the case, then what that means? That means we're having some market manipulation, guys. And when we have market manipulation, then either we step back of the market or we understand what is happening. Hey bro, c'est fou, hein, les Québécois commencent à troll, c'est super pas sérieux. C'est dommage, les calistes. So yeah, guys, pretty much it. You're in Bali, bro. Yes, I'm in Bali, baby. That's pretty much it for the correlation on silver, DXY, and the yield. Why a 10 and not? Because the 10, all right, the US 10 represent the closest correlation we can have from the US dollar. So what is the US yield? Why is the bond? It's the interest rate of the government of the United States of America, the interest rate that they gotta pay back to the investor, because of course every government need money sometimes, and they're borrowing money from an investor, but they're borrowing, it's not a gift, okay? So of course they gotta give back this money with interest. So that's why. Bethy! How we doing, team? So yeah, pretty much it for the correlation about gold, silver, and the yield, and this is why I'm using the 10Y and not the 1Y. I have a question. How to avoid getting out quickly? How to avoid getting out quickly without touching? Okay, so you mean that, let's say that you entered. Let's say that you entered over here. Let's say that you entered over here. All right. You entered over here. Your TP is set, let's say, 200 pips away. And you are choking. You are scared of the price coming back to your stop loss. It should never come back to your stop loss. You are scared of the price coming back to your break even. So my tool to this, okay, let's say that you're getting yourself out over here. You're getting yourself out over here because there's some small rejection and you think that it's gonna come back to your break even. So just know, there's two phases to this question. First of all, you gotta ask yourself, how are you placing your TP, okay? How are you placing your TP? Is it just because you think that this number look nice? Is it because you wanna make this amount of money? Or it's because it's on a reversal zone, okay? And what I mean by reversal zone, I'm gonna show you right now. So this is a sell fib, okay? And obviously this is a buy position. Okay, so yes, that's gold, guys. Yes, okay, let me mark it so people will know that it's gold and not BTC or something else. Here we go, okay. Happy Saturday, Huey. So let's say you enter a position over here, okay. Your TP, your final TP is over here, and you're getting yourself out over here. Let's even say earlier. You're getting yourself out over here. So just know that TPs should be placed on reversal zone. This is a buy position, okay? This is a buy position and this is a short Fibonacci. So let's analyze what we have in front of us right now. We have a 61 over here. We have a 61 that present good initial rejection. So maybe the 61 could be our first TP, all right? That could be our first TP. Maybe that our 88 could be our second TP. It's not random. It is on reversal zone, guys. 61 could present hint. Oops, sorry. 61 could present hint on reversal zone. 88 could also present hint on reversal zone. So what you did, you basically put the opposite fib, so you will have solid reversal zone. So this is the first element of the question. Sometimes I'm getting myself early because I'm scared. Second element, all right? So this is one of the solution. A second solution. Once the price come up, you put yourself break even, you put one TP, and you go. You go eat, you go talk with somebody else, you go take a walk. So the outcome, you will not be outcome driving, and you will be plan driving. This is my plan, I will respect my plan. Not I want this to happen, so I'm gonna take action, so my want will be, no, trading doesn't work. What you want, the market doesn't give a fuck about it, all right? It doesn't care about it, okay? It doesn't care about you. It maybe care about you because you're retail, but it doesn't care about you in a way that, oh, you know, no. So, reversal zone, because first of all, your TP's gotta be valid, all right? This is the first thing. And if you are not able to stay in front of the charts when you have a position rolling, you gotta put yourself break even. Of course, you're not gonna let your stop loss. You put yourself break even exactly like this. You are risk free in this trade and you are standing up or maybe you go walk, or maybe you go eat, or maybe you go play a game, or maybe you study, or maybe you work, you know. So this is my advice. Yep, so that's pretty much it for this question. I think it's a pretty good answer. Let me know if I respond. Thanks, of course. Why do you sometimes see you put in the week of previous candle? What do you mean by that? Okay, how do you know your fib is in the right position? Very good question. Very, very good question for trading map. So how do you know your fib is in the right position? So let me put it on the M15. So how you wanna place your fib? Because this is a question that comes a lot. Okay, Adele, I do not have the same fib as you. I do not have the same zone as you. How do I know that my fib, first of all, will be the same as you, but will be the same as the bank? Okay, because of course we're trading CFX, which is the same strat as the bank. So what you want to do is put your fib on the highest impulse, if this is what you're looking for, of the impulse that created the initial movement. Let me give you an example. So I'm on the M15 right now. I'm looking to put a fib over here, okay? We get a couple of options, okay? You know what? Let me put it on replay mode so you guys will really understand. Okay. So you guys will really understand. So that was 2nd April at 8:15. April 2nd. No, that was not April 2nd. Oh yeah, that was April 2nd. So April 2nd at 8:15. Guys, by the way, replay mode is super important. Please buy it on TradingView. It's $15 a month. If you're not able to buy this on TradingView, $15 a month, then you are not gonna be able. Yeah, I'm gonna put it a bit earlier because 8:15 is. Let's put it at 7. 7 is again a bit too, so let's put it at, let's say, 3. Let's put it at 3. Okay. So we are in replay mode. We do not know what is happening, all right? And we have a couple of choices to put our fib. So first of all, we could put our fib from this impulse to this impulse, okay? Highest impulse to the lowest impulse, sorry. We could put our fib from this impulse to this impulse as well, all right? We could also put our fib from this impulse. And what you want to do is always put your fib on the impulse that create the movement, that initiate the movement, okay? Very, very, very important. Otherwise, if your fib is not valid, your zone are not going to be valid, your entry is not going to be valid, and you're going to lose your trade. And now you're going to say, oh, but the Fibonacci doesn't work. No, it's about how you place a Fibonacci. Let me give you a good example, all right? Let me give you a second example, okay? Let me give you a second example. Let's say I want to really give you a textbook example, guys, so you really understand quite well. Let me put it on the H1 now. Okay, so on the H1, we got different way to put our Fibonacci over here. Okay, we could put our Fibonacci starting from here, all right, ending over here, of course. We could start our Fibonacci over, because guys, the highest impulse always stay the same. We could put our Fibonacci from here, all right, ending over here. We could also put our Fibonacci from here, ending over here, okay? But which is the impulse that created the movement, okay? This is a question for you. So is it the A1? Is it the B1? Or is it the C1, okay? Is it that one? So let me know in the chat, guys, which impulse created the movement. Is it the A, the B, all right, which is over here, or the C? A, C, A. Amazing, guys. Yes, C. No. So it's the A1 team, okay? So the impulse that created our initial movement is the A1, as you can see over here, starting from this impulse. Let me put you a circle, starting from this impulse, or we can call that a structure, because how the market move: impulse, structure, impulse, structure, impulse, structure. This is how the market move. Even if it's not a valid structure, it is still a structure, okay? As you can see, impulse, structure, 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 okay? You guys understand. So, why is it the A? Because it's the A impulse, this is the initial impulse that created the movement, okay? That gave enough energy, that gave enough momentum, that gave enough liquidity for the price to, first of all, never come back here and do a solid movement to the upside or the downside, all right? That created a leg, we can say that, exactly. So it's not the B, it's not the C, it's the A. So how are we gonna place our fib, guys? We're gonna start from the lowest impulse if we are looking for buy, and we're gonna end it at the highest impulse, all right? Always left to right, and now you have a fib that is valid on the H1. So this is how we place our Fibonacci, guys. Trader Mama, I hope I responded to your question. Let me know if you want more explanation, but I think that was pretty clear. All right, next one, guys. The life is worth. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Your fib settings, guys. I can respond to every question, all right. But the fib settings, I cannot show it to you, all right. I cannot show it to you. I cannot show the fib settings to you guys. Just like this. So let's get down business. What's my leverage? On my live account, my leverage is 50. What else do you use beside Fibonacci? You mean indicator? Indicator. So indicator, we use the moving average, we use the trend lines, we use the Fibonacci. When we talk about indicators, that's pretty much it. Confluence is another thing. But my indicator, moving average, the SMA and the EMA, all right, so the exponential moving average and the simple moving average, guys. We also have the trend line. The trend line is super important. We do not place trend line under the M15. So we do not place trend line on the M5. Sometimes you place trend line on the M15, which is very rare, but we only place trend line on the H1 and the H4. EMA, which one? 200. For the EMA and the SMA, super important, okay? Again, the banks are using the 200, so we are using the 200. Yes, I gave the fib settings last week only for you guys. How to avoid revenge trading. So how to avoid revenge trading. Now we're entering into a psychological matter, okay? There's technical mob psychology, which is super important because, as you guys know, it's all happening in your head. So how to avoid revenge trading? Adele, what's up, bro? What's good, I am? What's good, Jirton? What's good, YouTube? How are you doing, team? The answer I give to my one-on-one or to the people in the private group that ask me this question, or to the student. So the best way is to prevent. Once it's done, it's done, okay? Better be safe than sorry. And what I mean by that? I mean that to be safe, you need to go step by step. You never trade in your life and you start to buy a 100K FTMO, a 100K challenge, okay? Never trade in your life, you don't even know what is trading, you take a quick look at baby pips and now you think that you're ready to trade with big money. So what you do, you go on FTMO, which is the main prop firm, which is, you know, most people, even if it's not a recommended prop firm, because it has a big name, people love it. You go on FTMO and you buy a $100,000 account. Once you see those big numbers, once you see the money, guys, it's instinct. All right, we are human. When we see money, it's you know, it's with money we eat, with money we live, with money we provide, with money we're happy, with money we sad, you know. So of course it's a natural things we gotta prevent. Start paper trading. You trade with paper. You take a note. I don't have my journal with me right now. You take paper and you act like you would open a position on paper. Okay, the price is in my zone. I have a stabilization on the price. I have a nice bearish momentum. No higher high. We have DXY that is pushing to the upside. We have silver going down. We also have a psychological level, and we have a EMA that is rejecting the price to the downside, using the price as a resistance. Okay, I enter at 46.25. Stop loss at 46.29. TP1 at 46.20 and TP2 at 46.10, TP3 4600. Boom. Put it here, you watch the trade. That's called paper trading. Once you're okay with paper trading, demo trading. Once you're fine with demo trading, there's the second phase of demo trading. If your plan is to buy a funded account of $50,000, then what you're gonna put, you're gonna fund your demo account with $50,000. If your plan is to just fund your live account with $1,000, then you're gonna fund your demo account with $1,000. And I want you to act like it's real money. Okay, this is super important. Once you're good with a demo account, with the money that you're gonna trade with, then after that, it's up to you. I have a lot of questions about Adele, funded or live account, funded or live account. What did you start with? I start with a live account. But team, 4 or 5 years ago, the access to funded account, the access to the prop firm wasn't as easy as today, okay? So if I would do it again, maybe I would choose a funded account. As a weekend made, take me, I'm outside, bro. That's funny, bro. If you do not want to improve your trading, if you do not want to learn, then you can just get the fuck out, bro. You know? Here we go. Ciao, ciao! Amazing. What are your indicator? What are your indicator for safe? My main indicator, guys, Fibonacci. Great advice. Appreciate it. How nowhere is premium and discount? I don't understand your question. Start with scratch. What do you mean? What do you mean? Thank bro, this is for free as gold. Big love. Bro, you trade? Oh no, I do not. I do not. Good morning, Adele. C'est quoi les niveaux sur lesquels tu prends les positions? Donc le 38, le 61, le 88. How to use a moving average. So we're using a moving average as either a support or a resistance. We do not use the moving average as a way to determine what is the trend. Because if you have to use the moving average to determine what is the trend, then you know you gotta get back. So support and resistance, we also use the moving average to determine if there's accumulation and balance or manipulation in the market, guys. Can we see your fib settings again? I cannot show my fib settings again, guys. All right, I'm gonna show them once a week, but I cannot. Here how do you handle conflicting Fibonacci levels across different time frame on gold? Very good question. Let me just read it again so I'm sure I understand it. How do you handle conflicting Fibonacci levels? Okay. So basically, how do I put different fib level on different time frame? That's a really good question. Let's say I'm on the H1 right now, but let's come back on the M15. That's a very, very, very interesting question from Huey. I'm on the M15 right now. Okay, so what do we have? We have a Fibonacci. Let me even, here we go. That's going to be better for you. We have a Fibonacci going from here, the highest impulse, guys, the impulse that created the downside movement from here. Now let's go on the H1. What do we have on the H1? So on the H1, now we have a highest impulse, which is the highest impulse that we could put, okay? Which is the highest impulse that we could put, which is over here. Highest impulse staying valid, of course, over here. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna check the different level that could be matching For example, over here, we see that we have a massive 38 that could be matching with a 78, okay? Oops. So we see that we have a massive 38 over here that is directly on the 78. So what does that indicate us? That indicates us that this zone could be a very high potential reversal zone, okay? And what happened, and by the way, I did not know that, look what happened. This zone was in fact a very important reversal zone, okay? Because we have the 78 and the 38. And by the way, I did not know that before placing the fib, guys. I did not know that before placing the fib. I just placed the fib how it's supposed to be. I placed the fib on the M15, I placed the fib on the H1. And look what is happening over here. I'm not saying this is a valid zone. I'm not saying I would take it. I would probably take it, okay? Right now we're on the H1, so we cannot see if it's a valid structure. But we have a big 38 with a small 78. So of course, this zone just became a super solid zone. This zone, which is 4600 pow, we have a psychological as well. We have also a psychological. So now this zone became a super attractive zone. And you guys don't see it, but I never have only one Fibonacci. Okay, never. I have my monitor to the left, and I always have 2 cell Fibonacci, 2 buy Fibonacci. Sometimes I have 2 cell, 1 buy, 2 cell, 2 buy, 1 cell, 1 sometimes, 2 sometimes, okay? But I never have only 1 cell fib or 1 buy fib or 1, okay? Never. So yeah, guys, pretty much it here. I hope I respond to your question. Good morning, bro. Good morning, Ricardo. How you doing, man? Give us, please, some example of price action that you think is valid. Of price, how do you mean? What do you mean? Price action that I think it's valid. What trade execution strategy? What confirmation and confidence? Okay, guys, for the trade execution, I could talk about the trade execution for very long. And the thing is, I could talk about the trade execution for 3-4 hours, okay? Why? Because before we execute, we need to have so many things. And there's so many patterns, okay? I talk about it in the blueprint. But the execution is a big part of it, all right, guys? I could talk about the conference if you want. But the execution is, there's so many patterns, there's so many price action, there's so many confluence, there's so many indicators, there's so many scenarios. All right, so for the execution, it's a big part of it. Adele! How you doing, Jago? How you doing, Jad? How you doing, bro? Maybe type the question you're answering. Yes. That's a good. Yes. Thank you. How are you doing it? I'm doing amazing. And after that, Fibo, how you know if it's a buy sell? With our conference, guys. So we have between 11 and 14 conference that we are looking at. Do you guys want the list of the conference? Because I see that it's a question that is coming a lot. What's your expectation for this week? Come back to 5,000. Yes? Okay. Guys, this is big knowledge that I'm giving you, by the way. People making you pay, I don't know how much for this type of things. Let me give you a list, a confluence list, from the most important to the least important. First one. Can I... First confluence, guys. How could I say it? Fibonacci's not triggered, because that is a rejection, which is basically our second confluence. Okay. Entered. Our Fibonacci zone. This is the main confluence. Why? Because without the price to come into our Fibonacci zone, Do we have something, guys? No, we do not have nothing. 1 second, guys, let me get another coffee, okay, because I smashed this one. And I think maybe we're gonna spend a little more time, all right, on stream. I thought we would spend 30 minutes, but I guess we'll spend a little more time. Let me get another coffee, guys. Oh, okay, team. That was the best. Big love, guys. You are the best. You just those coffee are always exploding when I open them. And when I wear white pants, it's really not wise. When I wear white pants, I feel like an 8-year-old kid that is coming back from the first day of high school. Okay. So first confluence, guys, which is the most important, because otherwise there's no trade, okay? Expressional, guys. I'm still with the Starbucks double shot. Okay. First confluence. Entered our Fibonacci zone. Why? Because if the price does not enter in our zone, okay, let's say the price, we have a zone over here, we have a nice, I don't know, let's put a fib. We have a nice 61. I tried almost perfectly. We have a 61 over here, and the price does not come in our zone. Then do we take a trade or not? No, of course not. So this is the most important confluence that we are looking for, okay? Without this, there's no trade. Without trade, there's no trade. That's it, okay? So, second one. Second one is a Fibonacci rejection, okay? Second one is our Fibonacci rejection, because it's super nice. Let me get my pencil, 1 second. Okay, team, I'm here with you. So, first one, price action entering our Fibonacci, okay, our zone. Second one, Fibonacci rejection, because without Fibonacci rejection, guys, there's protein on screen, without Fibonacci rejection, then the zone, the PA, could just smash our zone, okay? Let's say again, we have a zone over here, and we're having a PA that is coming down. Then the PA could come down, all right? But could just continue coming down, all right? So if it continue coming down, there's no trade. The zone just got smashed. So super, super important. First one, we need the PA to enter our zone. Second one, we need a fib rejection, okay? Once we got the Fibonacci rejection, guys, what are we looking for next? That's a question. I'm curious, because now, of course, it's kind of easy, the couple of one, but just know that we have between 11 and 14 confluence, guys. Structure. Do we take the fib for the wick? Structure, XY. Stabilization, thank you. Right now, structure is too early, but you guys got the fourth confluence. Third confluence, guys, I don't know who said it, is a stabilization of the price. And I will tell you, because some of you are gonna be, but Adele, isn't the structure and the stabilization of the price, Super Marius, the same thing? No, it's not. It's two different things. Guys. So third confluence, stabilization. I'm sorry for my orthograph. Correct me if I'm wrong, all right? Writing. English is not my first language, guys. So sometimes I write word like in French. A stabilization of our PA, okay? So let's, you know what, let's just mark PA stabili. How do you mark stabilization? What is the correct way? Stabilization, is it how? Okay, it's with a Z. PA stabilization. Super. So this is our third confluence, guys. All right, this is our third confluence. First one, we need a PA to enter our zone. Second one, we need a zone to get rejected. Third one, we need a price action that is getting stabilized. Okay, what I mean by price action that is getting stabilized. First of all, we need a close in our zone, or very, very, very close from our zone. I do not want to confuse you. And I want you to really learn this CFX strategy on a textbook method, okay, especially for the beginners. So you should apply PA's price action. Do you want me to write price action, guys? It's gonna be better, maybe. Let's write price action. Price action stabilization. Okay. So, what I mean by price action stabilization, I mean that we have a price that is coming in our zone. Okay, that is coming in our zone, obvious. Then what we want to see, guys, we want to see a price that is getting stable and is closing in our zone. How many candles are we talking about? We're talking about 2 candles. Okay, we're talking about 2 candles. Okay, so we need a close in our zone, and we need at least maybe a rejection, maybe we need a stabilization. This is exactly what we are looking for in our zone. Or, and this is the only case scenario that we could, on what time frame? Any time frame. I'm really talking about any time frame, okay? Of course, we trade with the M5, okay? We do our analysis on the H1, H4, H1, M15, but when we are looking to enter 5-minute candle, 5-minute candle, 5-minute candle, that's very important, 5-minute candle, all right? We could have a stabilization on the M15, but the trade could already went. M15 is kind of rare because we are waiting at just for 3 to 5 candle before taking it, but M15, M5, guys, M5, okay? So stabilization of our price. Second case scenario, which is not getting a stabilization on our zone, okay, is getting a stabilization right over our zone. But on this case, we need a very, very solid fib rejection. What I mean by that, first of all, in most case, in most pattern, we do not want this fib to already get tested. Why? Because when a fib already got tested, the fib become weaker. So if we do the stabilization right over our zone, but we see that the price is bouncing, okay? Let's say on the M5, the same candle, there is no way. It do not want to break, not even a sweep, okay? And we're making the sweep right over our zone and maybe closing 5-6 pips over. What is Fibonacci? It's our indicator. It's our main indicator that we use to determine the zone. All right, guys? So all good for the price action stabilization? Let me know in the chat so I can pass to the next. Or let me know if you have a question for now. M5. No, I'm not only using the fib. I'm telling you my confluence right now. Good, next, we good, all good. Perfect. We'll understand good, amazing. So, next confluence, guys. A lot of you said it. Is a structure coming from the price action. Is we gotta witness a structure in our price action to potentially take this trade. Is a structure, thank you. So we have the price action that enter our zone. we have the price action that rejected our zone. So we have the hint that the zone could potentially be valid. We have a price action stabilization. So we know that at least on the next 5 minutes, the chances that the price action will break our zone are very less likely. Hey, is it because we know that, or we think that, depending on the price action? Is it because we're gonna take a trade? Is it because of that we're gonna take a trade? No, guys, of course not. All right, we're talking about right now 3 to 4 confluence. How many confluence we need to enter a trade? 7 minimum. 7 to 9. We want to be aggressive. 5 to 7. We want to be careful. 9 to 11. Total, we have around 14 confluence. Structure coming from a price action. What I mean by structure. Let me see if there's so let me delete this. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. A structure after our price action is at least guys 2 candle. Okay, because a structure couldn't be defined by 1 candle, but a price stabilization could be defined by 1 candle. Hear me well, because this is the main difference between price action stabilization and structure coming from the price action. Stabilization 1 candle minimum, structure 2 candle. We come into our zone, you're having our first stabilization, maybe 1 other candle, maybe we do a small sweep, all right, and we come back into our zone. So starting from now on, we have a structure. Is it a valid structure? Is it not a valid structure? We don't know yet. Okay, we do not know yet. You have 2 candle, small sweep, all right? We do not know yet. And by the way, on the sweep, this is another confluence that is coming, okay? We don't know yet. 5th confluence. How could I say it? Okay, 5th confluence, guys. We need to evaluate. All right. Oh, let me. Super. We need to evaluate if the structure that we are having is a valid structure. Now, this is one of the most crucial. Tu es à l'école? C'est ça que je suis en train de faire, je suis en train de donner une classe. Now, okay, I'm even gonna put a stars. Oh, let me charge my PC, guys. Before I come, this is one of the most important point of all. Okay, 1 second. Okay, PC is now charged, we good. So under this point, okay, enter our Fibonacci zone. No, everybody could determine that. Fibonacci rejection, it's super basic. Price action stabilization, super basic. Structure coming from the price action, guys, it's basic, all right? You guys cannot lie to yourself. It's super basic. Again, okay? I can explain this. There's probably people that never trade a day in their life over here, and I'm explaining this, and they're like, oh, that's pretty basic. I mean, that's pretty easy to understand. Can you do it? No. Guys, for the people that came a bit late, no worry. The stream is on. Is going to be saved on YouTube. Okay, so basically, this whole class is going to be saved on YouTube. Now we're coming to look to see if the PA give us a valid structure, guys. So under this confluence, under this element, there are many confluence that we're gonna have to look at, and these are confluence that will be added to our initial list. So how to determine if a structure is valid? Let me put some smaller point. Let's call it 5A. What do you think, guys? 5A. So first element to determine if it's a valid structure. Okay, guys, what we need a stabilization of the price. Second element to see a valid structure is no lower low. Okay, this is the most important elements. If we are doing lower low, and by the way, it could be higher high, but I'm just talking about this example over here, okay, because this is a potential buy zone. Let me change the color. This is a potential buy zone. Okay. So the second, I would say the sixth element is no lower low or higher high. Do you guys understand, or you want me to write it in full? Or you guys know what is a lower low and a higher high? And high HH, it's fine, guys? Let me know. Understand? Understand? Clear? Oh, good, amazing, perfect, perfect, guys. So first element of a solid structure, no lower low, no higher high. Why? Clear? Perfect, guys. And you're gonna tell me, but why, Adele? Because when we're having a lower low, let's say, look, I'm gonna give you this example. We're gonna buy on this, we're looking for structure, we have a nice price stabilization, all right, we're closing in the zone, but what we keep doing is dipping. Dipping, okay? Let's imagine that we are still in the zone right now, okay? Let's imagine that we are still in the zone, okay? Let's say that the zone is big, all right? Let's say that it's a big zone. We are still in the zone. But is it a valid structure? No, it is not a valid structure. It is a boo structure. So, what do we do in this kind of situation? Can we go to the sixth confluence? No. We gotta wait for a valid structure. Let me show you now an example of a valid structure. Okay? We come into our zone. This is our Fibonacci, by the way. This is our Fibonacci over here. Come into our zone. Let's say first rejection. We come up. We do a little sweep. And we are playing in our zone. And we are even making higher high, higher low. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. So, oops. Here we go. So this is a great example of a valid structure, okay? As you can see, fib rejection, breaking the zone, but only for a sweep. We come back, we even close higher. Higher high, higher low, sorry, higher high. Higher low, and then now we have a price stabilization and we push higher, okay? So this is an example of a valid structure when we're talking about higher high or higher low. Now we can pass to the next point. So a valid structure, and I just spoiled it, but I'm still gonna ask you, what do you think is the 5B, guys? What do you think is the 5B? What do you think is the second element to determine a valid structure? Let me know in the chat while I prepare it. What is the second element? Close over. We took, yes, M5. Volume, DXY, sweep from Nikolai. Break of structure in lower time frame. You close, wait for sweep. Okay, candle pattern. Of course, Samantha, that's the goal. So next team, stand up. FVG, no. We do not trade FVG. Silver, volume profile to confirm, and balance, FVG, sweep and equal high low, DXY and silver, higher high and higher low. It's already here, the higher high and higher low. Silver and DXY, candle close sweep. Okay, so some of you had it right. It is a sweep, okay? It is a possession of liquidity. It is a stop loss hunt. Okay, so our second element to determine is a structure valid. I spoiled it a little bit because I told you over here it's a sweep. Okay, let me write it. Here we go. So we need, sweep could be 10 pips, sweep could be 50 pips in some volatile market, sweep could be 150 pips. It doesn't matter. To see a valid structure, and right now I'm teaching the textbook method. To see a valid structure, you need to see a sweep in our price. Why we need to see a sweep in our price? Because a valid structure, we need to have enough momentum. We need to have, this is the word, enough liquidity to push higher. Okay? So without a sweep, without a stop loss long, without enough liquidity, then what we're gonna witness, we're just gonna witness lower low or lower high, all right? Because we do not have enough momentum to actually, go higher. So we need to witness a sweep to consider a structure valid. Okay, let's say again, fib rejection. What we do over here, sweep of our level, all right? We close under on the second candle or on the same candle, guys. All right, very, very, very important. Then again, after we reject again, maybe we dip a little lower to get a second liquidity hunt, and we are able to go higher over here, all right? And we are able to go higher over here, let's say. From now on, everybody understand or some question, guys? Let me know if everybody understand from now on. I'm taking my time to really explain it in detail, guys. Yes, understand, clear. Let's go, bro. We understand sweep is just a wick or a close. It depends, okay? It depends of the pattern, it depends of the structure, it depends of the price action. Sometimes a sweep will be 2 candles. Never more than 2 candles. That's a good question, by the way. Never more than 2 candles. Never, never, never. Honest. You want to know the definition of a good sweep? It's 1 candle. And it's not even 1 candle, it's 2 minutes and 30 second max. This is the definition of a real sweep. This is a really good question. 2 candles start to get fishy. Maybe it's not a sweep. Maybe we're just gonna go lower. Or a fake out. That could also be a fake out. 1 candle, the full 5 minutes. All right, we're still looking to be a bit aggressive on it. 2 minutes and 30 seconds under. We just pow, close over, sweep. On the M5, Some people wait for 3 sweep Adele, but not on the same. No, waiting for 3 sweep. It's mostly for swing trader. Okay. This is a good affirmation. People that are waiting for 3 sweep will not enter on the M5, will not enter on the M15. Most of the time they will enter on the M30, on the H1. There's even some traders that enter on the H4. Okay, so this is for swing position. Personally, you guys know that I do some swing as well. I'm not personal. I do not share my swing position most of the time. Of course, I tell you about the level because we are together every day. But on my swing position, when I enter either on the M5 or the M30, then yes, I'll wait for 2 to 5 sweep. Okay, so yes, guys, understood? Can go to the next, guys? Let me know, team. Is it there or not, Abdul? After, can you please show the step how it would look on the actual charts? So basically a textbook trade. Yes. Perfect. Higher high, lower low. You got a question about the higher high, lower low? I know your business, no one does what you do, this is worth. It is. Happy to do it, bro. Next. Okay, perfect, guys. So, no. Which time frame we'll check this? M5. M5, guys. M5. Right? Always the M5 team. Always the M5. Repeat, please. What do you want me to repeat? Can you show the step? Yes, after maybe. Next. I think most of the people understood, guys. Of course, it's not a private class. So, you know, we have 200 people. So I cannot. Next. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. M5, one candle. Next, I understand. Yes. All good. Next. Okay, perfect, guys. Okay, so enter our Fibonacci zone. Fibonacci rejection. Price action stabilization. Price action stabilization. Structure coming from the price action. Look to see if the price action will give us a valid structure. Now, what are the elements of a valid structure? No lower low or higher high. Sweep of our level. Now, let me think if I put a C or I put it as a 6 confluence. And what I think is, I'm gonna put it as a 6 confluence. We could put it on the 6th, on the 5C, but I'm gonna put it as our 6 confluence. Okay. So now we're coming closer from the end, team. We're coming closer from the end because you guys know that starting from 7 confluence, we could potentially enter. Very aggressive though. 7 confluence is aggressive. Okay, it's aggressive. Beginners should wait for 9 confluence minimum. Let me know in the chat, team. What is the 6th confluence? What is the 6th confluence, guys? DXY first, then silver check. SL spot on the sweep to see if it matches our risk. Okay. DXY, silver. We're testing our zone. No FVG. No, we do not trade with FVG. FVG is a fair value gap. What is a fair value gap? It's telling us if there's an imbalance of the price. Nothing else. We shouldn't trade with FVG. Displacement, confirmation, DXY, silver, the yield, FVG, supply and demand, no, volume, retest. No. Okay, nobody got it. Nobody got it. Okay, so we could have all of this confluence. We could have a rejection, a stabilization, a structure. We could have no lower low. We could see if it's a valid structure. We could see a fib of our fib, but a sweep of our fib. But if the momentum is not on our side, does it really matter? Does it matter? The answer is it doesn't, because you could have all the confluence in the world. If the momentum is not on our side, it doesn't matter. You could get all the confluence you need. All of the confluence you need, it doesn't matter. So very, 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 very important. Can we see how to draw the Fibonacci? You guys are a bit late. I already show how to draw the Fibonacci. I can do it maybe later, guys. All right. Best mentor, big love, guys. DM for Fibonacci setting. So bearish or bullish momentum, depending if we're looking for a buy or if we're looking for a sell, team. This is super, 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 super important. Okay. Now, for the 7th confluence, what do we have, team? What do you think we have? Let me know in the chat. Nobody was able to guess this one. Let's see if you guys are able to guess the next one. Break a structure, define momentum, volume increasing, price previous price from the same zone before, 3 candle pattern, create better RSI, stop loss, define momentum, displacing candle, DXY and silver, trend, define momentum. So there's one person that got it. Bullish or bearish? No, we do not. Golfing candle come up to every this. Left if pair, patience, patience, always patient. Where's momentum? Momentum is the rhythm that we have in our price. Silver, big slice silver correlation. Okay, so there's one person that has it. Risk evaluation. What does that mean? That means that you can have all of this confluence prior to the risk evaluation. But if our sweep, that's you, if our sweep is made 200 pips away from our structure, are we gonna take this trade? If our sweep is made 200 pips away from our structure, and you guys know that we put our stop loss at the lowest candle, at the lowest wick of the candle, are we gonna take this trade? The answer is no. Okay, of course not. So once you got all of these confluence, then you gotta sit down and ask yourself, is it a valid risk? Am I gonna be able to match the risk versus reward? And the question that you should ask yourself is, let me put in the question that you should ask yourself, guys, I'm giving you everything. The question that you should ask yourself is, if I take this trade with the momentum, with the confluence, with the current price action, with my current risk, am I gonna be able to transform, let's say, this 50 pips risk into a 250 pips reward? Or 146 is actually 300, all right? A 300 pips reward for 50 pips. If the answer is, of course, this trade, I could even transform this trade of a 1 for 8, 1 for 10. I could make 500 pips on this trade. But be careful, because the number of pips that you're making is directly correlated to your stop loss. So let's say, okay, so let's say, all right, you're putting a stop loss of 200 pips, okay? You're putting a stop loss of 200 pips. And you're looking at the trade, yes, I can make 500 pips. I can make 400 pips. Does it matter? No. Because you're gonna fall into a 1 for 2, or maybe 1 for 3, or maybe 1 for 4. And most of you are gonna say, but Adele, 1 for 2 is pretty good. 1 for 3 is also decent. 1 for 4, wow! I wish I would do this 1 for 4. No. This is a big misconception. All those social media trading online want you to think that 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 for 4 is decent. It's not. The banks are aiming for a 1 for 6. The banks, by the way, don't have a TP1, TP2, TP3. No. They have 1 TP, 1 for 6, and runners. TP, runners. TP, runners. How they place the TP? Fib reversal, 1 for 6. 1 for 6 is respected. All confluence are respected. Of course, they have more than 40 confluence. Okay, we enter. No, with the finger wiggle, please tell me someone clip that. All right, guys. So very important, team. How do you know if your risk evaluation is check? 1 for 6 risk to reward minimum. Understood? It's a lot. It's a lot because your mind got conditioned that it's a lot. It's not a lot, bro. It's a lot for you. It's a lot for people that are not profitable. It's a lot for social media trader that never open a trade in their life. It's not a lot, bro. I'm here to tell you it's not a lot. No, we do not follow SMC. Question over here. How to know if it's a 1 for 6? Okay, let me give you a more precise example. 50 pips risk. What is the reward for a 50 pips risk? Okay. What is the reward for a 50 pips risk? What is the 1 for 6 for a 50 pips risk? 300. Thank you. So 50 pips risk, it equal. Let me find the equal. Equal. Where are you, baby? Okay, I'm just gonna put it like this. So 50 pips equals a 300 pips reward. Okay. Now let's say 60 pips. Okay, we risk 60 pips on this trade. What is the correct minimum reward for a 60 pips trade? If we want to see this 300, thank you guys, 360 pips reward minimum. Let me add minimum because it's important. This is the minimum reward that you should have. Now let's go with a 15 pips. 15 pips stop loss. Okay, let's go with a 15 pips stop loss. What is the minimum reward that you could get? 50 pips stop loss, 1 for 6, guys. 90. Thank you, team. So now, do everybody understand that? 90 pips. Thank you, guys. Is it clear for everybody, team? The risk evaluation, clear for everybody? Yes, yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. It's not a lot. No, 90 pips, of course, it's not a lot for CFX team. You guys are used to 400 and more. But yeah. But how you know that you will reach the TP? How do you know? Because of our confluence, because of the trade. Because when we enter a trade, then the bank are in this trade. How many risks per trade? Maximum risk, that's a good question as well. On a low volatile market, 40 pips. Maximum risk, 40 pips. On high volatile market, high volume. For beginners, because I'm talking about beginners, I want to go textbook with you. 65 pips. 65 max. 65, by the way, is max for you. Max. 1%, yes, but forget about the 1%. I'm risking 0.3 and 0.8. Your target shouldn't be 1%. Max 65. 50, the lowest the better. I do 50 pips max, the lowest the better, guys. Okay? So now, you guys understand what I mean by 7 confluence if we are very aggressive to 9 confluence, okay? 1 unit equal 10 pips. Yes, $1 is 10 pips, guys. $1 is 10 pips, $10 is 100 pips. On gold, that is $5. Yes, exactly, guys. So a 50 pips, you should always talk in pips, team. Should always talk in pips, team. Always, not in dollar, all right? A $5 SL is 50 pips, okay, team? And I think you're smart enough to understand that, you know, $10 double is 100 pips, or $1 is every pip on one lot is $100. Yes. Not every pips, every 10 pips. So every 10 pips on one lot is $10, guys. It's not 100. Thanks, of course. Okay, coming back to our conference, we good, yeah? Adele does 146R count for scalping. No, guys, don't scalp. Don't scalp, team. I'm not gonna talk about scalping because scalping is gambling, team. Scalping will not make you profitable. I'm telling you this by experience. I see so many traders come into the business and I see the same trader come out the business so quick. But the pips risk come from the sweep, right? It does in most of the case, because the sweep is usually the lowest candle, yes. Scalping, it is, okay, it is, guys, it is. So now, we have 7 conferences. Please, what I'm gonna tell you right now, take it lightly, all right? Take it very, very, very lightly. Because you guys are hearing me say that we are waiting between 7 and 9 conferences. You, behind your screen, that maybe did not make a penny, that is not yet profitable, that have trouble with this, that is looking to get profitable, guys. Yes, screenshot. All right, I did not say it, but team, screenshot. Shouldn't enter after 7 conference. You should never enter after 7 conference. You made a couple of thousand, not a couple of thousand. You made 10,000, 100,000, a couple of million. You are profitable since a couple of months, since a couple of years. And it's not about that, not even about that. You have more than 10,000 hours of back test. You are at a level that nothing can stop you. Yes, sometimes I enter on 7 conference. Okay. This is the basic thing of our strat. Okay. This is the basic elements of our strategy. Of course, there's the execution, there's the fib, there's the psychology, there's the fundamentals, there's the market outlook analysis, there's the funnel, there's so many things. But for the confluence, which is a part of our strat, okay? Then this is our basic confluence. Price action to enter our zone, Fibonacci rejection, price action stabilization, structure coming from our price action. Look to see if the PA give us a valid structure. How we determine that? No lower low, higher high, sweep of our fib. Bearish or bullish momentum, depending buy or sell, and the risk evaluation, okay? Now, again, you should not enter on 7 conference. Now let's go to our 8th conference. Let's see if some of you guys can guess the 8th conference. Let's see. Eighth conference, team. Now that one is easy, guys. That one is easy, team. After the risk evaluation, what do we do? What do we look at, guys? That one you guys should have it, okay? You guys should have that one. Entry, break even. I've been in this industry not too long, but with the right guidance, I'm profitable, amazing. Dig swan the yield. What is a price stabilization? A price stabilization is when the price is getting stable in our zone. Is when we have a close in our zone. Sweep, trend line, DXY, and silver. Please give us all the 14 conference. Let me give you a couple more, guys. Don't stress, don't panic. I'm still here. So did some of you guess or no? Some of you were able to guess or not yet? Because right now I did not. Solid sweep, enough liquidity. Can you explain us the fifth one on detail? I explained the fifth one on detail really, really well. For the people that are late, guys, stream is gonna be on YouTube. Correlation of the price action of commodity. Fundamentals, DXY and silver, breakup structure. Let me change the song. Correlation. Is it how you write correlation? Alright guys, so a lot of you thought the gold correlation, we're coming on the 5th, on the 6th, on the 7th. No, gold correlation come on the 8th one, right? Gold correlation, silver, DXY, and the yield. Do we need some explanation on this one? Let me know. Do we need some explanation on this one, guys? Or it's clear? 8 confluence, the gold correlation. You can re-sweep and close above the fib. Yes, we already had the sweep of our fib. No, it's not clear. No explanation. Yes, explanation. It's more than clear. Okay, guys, for the people that said you want an explanation, please let me know. No, yes. Je peux faire un dessin de tout ça pour comprendre. Un dessin de quoi? There is no yes, clear. Do you look for conference on silver DXY or just scan it? We also look on conference. Yes, make it. Okay, we can explain it one by one. All right. If you already know, then it's okay. So silver, little silver. So silver is the little brother of gold. Okay, silver is the little brother of gold. Silver, when silver goes up, guys, then we also have gold that is going up, all right? When silver goes up, we also have gold that is going up. So what does that mean? That means this is a similar correlation. Silver go up, gold go up. Of course, Bobo, of course. So silver is clear, okay? When we see silver, let's say going up, and we want to take a sell, on this example, let's say we closed on a higher high, not on a higher high, but let's imagine that we close on a higher high, then we see that silver close on a higher high. Are we gonna take the sell on gold? Maybe not. Maybe we're gonna wait for one more candle, or maybe we're gonna wait for the close, or maybe we're gonna wait for 2 more candles, guys. Big love, team. Appreciate you, team. All right, so this is for silver, guys. This is for silver. Silver is the little brother of gold. Sometimes silver does the move before. Sometimes silver does the move after. Sometimes silver is in advance of gold of a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds sometimes. Sometimes silver is late of a couple of seconds and a couple of minutes. Now, when we talk about this is all about charts pattern. This is all about backtest. This is all about market understanding. This is all about fundamentals. Now we're entering in a very, very deep subject, all right? That again, I could talk for hours. Now, guys, I'm super, not vague, but like you, of course it's super detailed, but everything that you see over here, and for the people that had the blueprint, you probably see it, I could talk for hours and be so detailed about things, okay? But of course, guys, we are many. I cannot be so detailed about everything, team, all right? Unique correlation between all three. Very good question. Very, very good question. And I'm coming to this amount. Thank you for the heart. Now, silver, you guys know, that this is the low brother of gold. So silver, guys, is our main similar confluence and inverse confluence. So between silver, DXY, and the yield, even if DXY is the US dollar, silver is our main confluence. So you know what? Let me even put a number so you guys can really understand that silver is the number 1. DXY is the number 2. And the yield is the number 3. All right, guys. So silver is the most important correlation. Second one is DXY. Yes, exactly. Second one is DXY, Hamal. And third one is the yield. Now, we know that silver have the same correlation. When we go to DXY, DXY have an inverse correlation, okay? So when DXY is going down, what we have? We have a gold that is going up. Okay, guys, we have a goldie. So when DXY is going down, we have gold that is going up. Same for the opposite. When DXY is going up, we have a gold that is going down, guys. Thank you for your time. Big love, Matthew. Thanks to you. Okay? So this is what I called. This is not what I called. This is what called. This is what we call an inverse correlation. Why? Because they are moving inverse, right? Up, down, down, up. All right, guys? Super important to understand that. Now, when we come to the yield, exactly the same thing. The US yield, when they come down, we have a goldie that is going up. We have a gold that is going up. So exactly the same thing. What is the DXY? Is the US dollar index, okay? DXY is the US dollar index, and look what we trade. We trade XIU USD, guys. XIU USD is DXY, XIU is gold, okay? What is the yield? So the yield is the interest rate of the United States government on the money that they borrow from investors. So I'm Trump. We are in a war. I already asked 200 billion to the Pentagon. Right now, our little treasure quest is off. We do not have no more money, okay? So what we do? Elon Musk, Bezos, Apple, you know, most of the S&P 500, okay? Guys, I need money. Give me money, okay? But why would we give you money, Trump? What is our advantage in it? Guys, do not worry. I'm gonna give you your money back with interest. And the yield is the interest rate of the United States. As you can see over here, this is the yield. The interest rate of the United States that they gotta give back the money is 4.309%. Okay. Understood? I tried to explain it of the most easy way, of the most simplest way. Understood, guys? Yeah? Thanks. Of course, Jad. Confluence. All right, confluence. Correlation. Sorry, guys. Pretty much it. Do we have some question about correlation? Are we good? Are we good, guys? Next. Let me know. Let me know if we're good, guys. Yield DXY, yes, of course, on MT5. You shouldn't look at DXY and MT5. You shouldn't look at those conferences on MT5, but yes, they are. Yes, thanks, Adel. Of course, guys. Yes, yes. First in on my bio. Let's get you the fuck out of here. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Ciao, ciao. Yes, amazing. Case 1, silver is with you, but DXY is not. Case 2, DXY is with you, but silver is not. Very good question. Very good question for him. So here we're saying, but Adele, in the case 1, silver is with you. Silver is similar correlation. They have a positive correlation, but DXY is not. What does that mean? That means gold is high up, is going high, and when we are looking to enter trade, no, DXY is also going up. So what is the indication? The indication is that there's some market manipulation. Now this question is a bit more complex than it seemed like, okay? Because it depends on a lot of things. It depends on how the XY was acting this last week, how the XY is acting today, how much manipulation there is coming from the XY, and what is the level that the XY is playing at. Okay, let's say silver, gold, nicely correlated. DXY is also going up, but we were not able to break the resistance level, all right? So DXY is going up, but on DXY we did not make a higher high. We just going up at the same time as gold. We did not make a higher high. Then, if we see that DXY have some rejection on our resistance, we could potentially take it, especially knowing that silver is our main confluence. Look, team. There's some weeks that silver is awful, and I'm only looking at DXY. I'm still looking at silver, but way less. There's some week that DXY is awful, all right? I'm only looking at silver. I'm still looking at DXY, but way less. There's some week that silver and DXY are awful. What I mean by awful, super manipulated. I'm still looking at them, but of course, way less. So for your different case scenario, I think I respond to your question, Huey. That's when patience is rewarded. Yes, because good traders are not defined by good market. Good traders are defined by bad market, guys. Huey, did I respond to your question? How goes the yield? So the yield also inverse correlation. Yield are coming down, gold is coming up. Yield are coming up, gold is coming down. Good, guys? Can we go to the next? 9 confluence. Let me know if it's fine on your side. Let me know if we could switch to the next one. Yes, thanks, big love. Thanks, Adele. Of course, guys. Yes. Okay, perfect. Let's switch to the next one. The 9th confluence, guys. What do you think? What is the 9th confluence? Maria, that's the 9th confluence. If silver market close, how do we go about it as gold trader who use it as a confluence? So if silver is closed, gold will also be close, miss. So when silver is closed, we don't trade. Press sell or buy. Structure is already done, guys. Structure is already done. The time. The time is more of a 14-15 confluence. I always watch volume. We can determine the volume as if you are as an experienced trader, you can just see if the market have volume. You don't need indicator. Find the entry, action, 200 SMA, EMA, yes. All the first one, yes, mandatory, of course. And as a beginner, you should not take only the 7 one. You should wait for 9, 10. All the first, yes, they are. No lower low, already missed. What's over here? No lower low or higher high. Closure of the current candle, yes. All the David, yes. Yield goes up, does gold, goes down instantly. Not necessarily. Yes, David, please. It's been 5 times I'm responding to you. Yes, David. Yes, David. Yes, David. All right. Patience. Patience is always mandatory, guys. Always. H4. What do you mean by that? Trend line. Best entry. Did you stream on YouTube? Yes. I'm on stream on YouTube, guys. So if you didn't catch all the stream, because that is really a class. Then you could, go on YouTube and rewatch the stream. 4 hour 10 gold. These are the minimum. And look, I said 7, but I'll be honest. You should as a beginner, you should wait for that. So these are the minimal confluence. Yeah, sometimes I wasn't here yet. Thanks to that, of course. These are the minimal confluence, guys, that you should wait as a trader. This is worth I do not know how much. Honestly, this is worth I do not know how much. This is not your typical strategy. This is not your typical ICTBS. Yeah, guys, take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. This is the bank strategy, guys. This is how you're gonna become profitable. This is one of the reasons, this is one of the part of profitable. Of course, it's not all about confluence. It's not about technical, just technical. It's about fundamentals. It's about psychology, analysis, confluence. Of course, technical. So yeah, guys. I just saw someone fake trading today, and the fake trade. What do you mean? But what about the 9? Yes, guys. This is. I'm going there. I can't see on low because of the comment section. Oh, sorry, bro. Is it better now? 9 confluence, guys. The 9th and final confluence, all right, of a valid, not final, of course we have 14 confluence, but I would say important to have. Adele, this is a bit the market opening lower or higher. The first 4 hours of the market? Higher, bro. Execution, I don't watch any other live since. Big love, appreciate it, guys. Major cards, yes, so this is our major confluence. Now, the 9, okay, maybe there's one person that say it. 9 confluence, I don't even think there's one person that says it. Psychological levels. Do you guys know what is a psychological level? Let me know if you guys know what is a psychological level. If not, I'm gonna explain it. 0, 50, etc. Yes? Yes. Every $50, yes. Every $50. So, a psychological level is, I'm gonna give you an example and all of you will understand. So, 4,500 is a psychological level. 4,550 is a psychological level. 4,600 is a psychological level. 4,650 is a psychological level. And of course, guys, it's dollar. 4,700, let me put the dollar sign so you guys understand. It's a psychological level. Okay? Do we understand or we need more example, guys? I think it's pretty basic. I'm gonna give a bit more specificity on those because these are important. 4,750 is a psychological level. What is the next psychological level, guys? After 4,750, what is the next psychological level? Round number, exactly. Sample and power, yes. 4,800, exactly, guys. So the next psychological level is 4,800. Now, just to make sure that you guys understand, what is the next psychological level now? What is the next one? After 4,800, what is the next one, team? 4,850, 4,850, 4,850, 10,000, 4,850, 4,950, no. 4,850, exactly, guys. The next psychological level is 4,850. Do we understand? Do we understand, guys? Let me know in the chat if you understand. I'm pretty sure you understand. You do not need a back to understand this. So it's round numbers. Yes, yes, yeah, bro, amazing. Yes, amazing. Now, there is a specification on psychological number. Psychological number are valid. $5 and up, $5 up, $5 down. What does that mean? Why do we need psychological level? Because these are level that are psychological. These are level that the bank are mainly looking to trigger. It all doesn't matter to them. Look, bro, I'm telling you it matters. If you do not think it's matter, then get the fuck out, alright? I don't, you know, my patience with all those type of things. I mean, you can argument, but if you just tell me it doesn't matter, then, you know, it doesn't matter. Ciao! Guys, 5 and up, 5 and under. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's take the first one. First one is 49.5 to 49.5, sorry. $44.95 to $45.05. Okay, guys? Yes, exactly, team. So this is for the first one. For the next one, give me the range, team. Give me the range that a psychological level is still valid. For the second one, give me the range, guys. What is the range for the second one? For this one? Can somebody do it? 45.50? No. Yes, exactly. 45.55, 45.55. $45.55 to $45.55. So 5 and up, 5 under, guys. Exactly, team. Exactly. Can you guys give me the range that the psychological level is still valid for 4,600 now? Yes, exactly, team. 45.95, 46.05. Exactly, team. Super, guys. So I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear for most people, for everybody. Exactly, guys. So it's always $5 up and $5 down. Okay, so this is the rules for psychological level. Okay, $5 up, $5 down, guys. 46, 45, exactly. You can write it also. Next level, team. I think everybody understand. 46, 45, exactly. 46, 55. Let me put dollar. 46, 55 dollars. Super, guys. So do everybody understand? Everybody understand? I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear for the psychological level, guys. Yes. All-time high is the psychological level. It depends. It depends. Yes, yes. 46.95, 46. Exactly. And go on and go for it. Exactly, guys. Clear. Super clear. So the 9 confluence is psychological level. Okay. So these are our 9 confluence. What time is it? Oh wow. Damn. It's been almost 2 hours that I'm here, guys. It's been almost 2 hours. So guys, that is it for our 9 most important confluence. Alright, team. I'm using over 14 confluence. So there's again 5 to 6, 7, even more confluence, alright, that there is. But these are our main confluence, team. Time when you are having fun. Yes, of course, guys. You know, I love trading, team. I'm a trader passionate. So when we talk about what you love the most, then it's right. Thanks a lot, of course, guys. So these are our 9 most important confluence, team. How many years? Over 4 years, near 5. Thank you, bro, of course, team. So I think we're gonna end it for today, guys. I think we're gonna end it for today. I think that was pretty nice. I think that was pretty nice, team. again for the thank you, gal. Big love, guys. Big love, team. We love you more, team. Thanks a lot, best monster. Big love, guys. Earned a lot. That's amazing, team. That is the goal. One stream. Big love, guys. Please, can you come over on, guys? For the people that came a bit late, or for the people that maybe missed something, team, the whole stream is on YouTube. All right. I streamed the whole stream on YouTube as well, so you guys can have the whole stream. CFX team, stand up, bro. We have the remaining 6 conference, not today, bro. The remaining 6 conference, not today. But big love, CFX team. Big love, guys. Big love, big love, team. Same name, yes, same name on YouTube. AdelCFX team, same name on YouTube. AdelCFX on YouTube, guys. Tuesday will be amazing. Yes. Thanks, bro. So awesome. Big love, guys. Did you teach? I did. Yes, I did. How to teach? Yes, I did, guys. No, I showed you. I think that was a question for Trader Mama. I Trader Mama how to place the correct fib. Yes, I did it. So, guys, big love, team. Big love, guys. Thank you for coming. All right. It was super fun on my end. I hope you guys some fun. I hope you guys had some fun. I hope you guys learned, which is the most important team. That was a masterclass. Big love, team. Big love. I don't want to get the session I missed on YouTube, guys. On YouTube, team. All right. AdelCFX on YouTube, guys. So, team, see you guys. Big love, CFX team. Stand up. I hope again that you guys had some fun, that you guys learned on this Sunday evening for me, on this Sunday evening. Don't forget to Hey, Friday, if Trader Mama wouldn't have texted me on Telegram and tell me that I forgot to shut down the stream on YouTube, I would forgot. So props to you, thank you guys. Thank you. Si vous me regardez sur YouTube ou TikTok, YouTube, je pense, YouTube c'est plus gros, t'as le whole charts. TikTok c'est vraiment pour pour ça. Now let's conquer CFX. Big love CFX team. So see you on maybe Monday, probably Tuesday, guys. See you on probably Tuesday. Really appreciate big love, Rod. Pretty much, team. Have an amazing rest of your Saturday, CFX team. Enjoy, all right. Sunday, okay. Take some time for yourself. Enjoy. Maybe back test a little bit. Prepare the weekend coming. We have a long weekend. Guys. Monday market is open, and that's amazing. Then, like I said, see you for either Monday or Tuesday. So guys, again, can I see yes, team? You can review the whole session, the whole class, basically, because that was a class today on YouTube. Merci mon frère, super bro, super Sabi, je vais regarder la télé après. Super bro, thanks boss. Of course, guys, CFX team, we out. Big love CFX team. YouTube, thank you so much for being here, guys. We're growing every day, so I'm super happy. Tomorrow I will do my first long form video on YouTube. I do not know yet how I'm gonna start it because I gotta be careful. But yeah, so the first long form YouTube video will be uploaded either Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah, I'm looking towards it, guys. So again, team, big love for the support on YouTube. First long form video is coming on either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And pretty much, guys, again, thank you so much for the support on YouTube. Big love, team. It's only the beginning, and we already, we're already expanding. So pretty much it, guys. Pretty much it. Again, thank you for being here. I hope you learned. I hope you had a bit of fun, because that's always the goal. And yeah, guys, have an amazing rest of your weekend. And big love, CFX team. CFX team, we out.